Hi everyone, welcome to another LaTeX tutorial for beginners. In this video, I'm going to show you how to insert an image into an Overleaf LaTeX document, such as the one here. So let's get started. So first of all, you need to visit the Overleaf platform. For beginners, I've already made an introductory video on Overleaf, so you can check the description box for it. I've also left the link that you can use to visit the Overleaf page in the description box. All right. So visit the Overleaf platform and then let's get started. The next thing to do is to get your image, the one that you want to insert into the document. If you don't have an image, that's fine. We can use an example image online. So go to this wiki page and then let's use this image here. Okay, so the link to this page is also in the description box. So I will download this image. I will just right click and then go to save image as, and I will save it here. All right, I'll give it a name. I'll just say LaTeX underscore logo. You can use any appropriate name, that is fine, but let's be consistent and use the same name. All right, so I have saved the image. So after saving it, you should make sure it's on your system, your computer. So this is mine. All right, so I just want to make sure it's there and it's working. That's fine. Now we can proceed. Let's get back to the LaTeX Overleaf page. All right. So when we are here, what we need to do first is to upload the file to Overleaf. All right, the file that we downloaded. We need to get it into the Overleaf system. So on the left-hand side, just check the cursor here. On the left-hand side, go up, you see a folder icon and you also see an upload icon, this one here. When you hover your cursor on it, it shows upload. So click it and then you will see several options for uploading files. We are going to upload, all right? So because we are going to upload, we need to select the files from here. If it's from an external URL, you still need to indicate. But for now, we are assuming that the image, that file is on our system and we have to upload. So we will do it here. So when you are here, upload on this section, you can drop the file or drag. So for example, I could just do this. There's a file. I could just drop it here. It will work. If you don't want to drop it, you can also click on select files like this one here. Then you locate where the file or files are. You can also upload folders, by the way. Now we are locating the file, so I'll just locate it and then just click on the file. So do same. You should know where the file is. Make sure it's clicked and then go to open. So this will upload the file for you, which will be on the left hand side. So now we can start preparing the documents. All right, so I am using a blank document now. And so once you have your code editor and you have your blank documents, we can proceed. Sometimes if you click on a new file, you have some initial codes to get you started, but I just want to start from scratch. So when you are here in the code editor, let's initialize the document. So I'll say /document class. I'll indicate the font size. I'll say 10 pt, and then the document type will be article, like this. Then in the next line, we will need to specify a package. Since we are inserting an image, it's required that we use the graphic X package. So I'll say /use package, and I'll say graphic X. This is required. We need this package. Then you can add additional packages depending on your needs, depending on what you want to do. For now, this is the bare minimum we need to get started. Okay, so that is fine. Okay, so we are inserting the image. So what we need to do next is to begin our documents. So I'll say /begin document, and then I'll say /end document. All right, this is what we need. All right, so this is the bare minimum we need. All right, for now, let's just test. Let's just type any random text just to make sure the document is working. So I'll just use this to get started, and then we will proceed. All right, okay, yeah, so we have something which is fine. All right, so I'll just clear this and then proceed. Okay, so now that we have this, what we need to do is to insert the image. All right, so if you are going to insert an image, you need to have the figure environment. Okay, that is what will allow you to insert images. So we will just say slash begin. You bring your curly brackets, you indicate figure. Then you input a square bracket. This is where you put in your placement options. So here I'll just use H, indicating that I want it to be here, wherever I created it. And then you need to have what? Slash end figure. Then in this block, you put in whatever you want to do. That's important. You put in whatever you want to do. So here, let's just do this. Let's just say we are going to center the image. So I'll first say slash centering, and then I'll now insert the image. So I'll say slash include graphics. Then in the square brackets, which I'll indicate, I'll give some options. So here I'll just say width equals 8 cm. Now for the units, length, measurement, and units, there's an entire page for it. I'll leave it in the description box. So we have cm, ex, etc. There are several of them, but we'll use the 8 cm. So that is for the width. Then you indicate a curly bracket, open and end, and then in this curly bracket, you put in the file, the image file, the name of the file. Notice we have already uploaded it, so we need the name. That is what we need here. So the name here is what? LaTeX underscore logo. So we have to put in here. So we say LaTeX underscore logo dot png. You know, the file has an extension. All right, if you look at it from here, it's what? LaTeX underscore logo dot png. For Windows users, you might not see the extension, but you need to make sure it's there. When you upload to Overleaf, it shows you everything, which is here. When you click it, for example, it can show you. Okay, you just have to check here. It shows you the full name. All right, so that's what you need to note here. Or you can just find it out from your main system just to make sure. And even when you are uploading, you will see the file name there, the entire name, including the extension. That's what I want to point out here. So just take note of that. Now let's get back to the main text, which is here. Main text, that's where the code is. It is an extra file, the one that we want to insert. All right, so just make sure you have the name correct. And then you also indicate a caption. Figures should come with captions ideally. So I'll just say slash caption, curly bracket, and I'll say latest logo. Or if you want the customized latest name, you can just say slash latex. Okay, this one should also work. I'll try this. All right. There are other options you can add, such as label, etc. So that one, it's up to you to decide. So now we are done. We have our document class. We loaded the package we want to use. Begin and end document is there. Begin figure and end figure is there. Centering, and then we include the figure, and then we added a caption. So let's run this. So if everything is okay, then it should load everything for us. And that is what we have here. Okay, so it's so cool. So we have our figure here, and it's very good. Now in terms of the width, you can increase it or decrease it. Let's just say 10. Let's see what happens. Good. So you can see that the image has been enlarged. So you have to determine the appropriate size for your image or your figure, and then that one can be done for you. Now I'll just see the normal text, LaTeX text in the caption, and I'll recompile it. All right, so that is how it's done. So figures are given numbers by default, but there are ways to do away with the numbering in case you want it. That's something I'm going to cover in another tutorial. All right, so take note for that. Now in the original document that I showed, let's go to that PDF. So you see there is a title here, there is a section. So you can also add titles and then sections in LaTeX. So if you want to add a title, you can just do it here. So if you're adding a title, then that one you first have to indicate just before the /begin documents. You have to specify the title. All right, so you can just say, let's add it. You can just say /title, and we say Overleaf tutorial. Then just after the /begin documents, you just say /make title. Then this will complete the addition of the title. So let's recompile, and once we recompile, we should see the title. And also a date is given by default. You can change this behavior by coming here after the /title. You can just say /date, and you put it in an empty curly brackets. And then when you recompile, the date should go. That's what you need to note here. If let's say this was to be a section, then that means you have to add your section that comes before the figure. So just above here, you say /section, and then you indicate your title. So let's say insert images. Then you recompile. Once you do that, you have your section also indicated. All right, so this is how we set images into LaTeX. Now I have tutorials on how to create images. How to create and insert tables. Okay, so if you want that video, just check the description box. I'll also put in a playlist for several LaTeX tutorials that I've made. So check the description box. You'll find the links to everything that we have here. All right. Also check my Patreon page, my $1 Patreon page. You have access to different LaTeX files that you can use to create your document. So I'll see you in the next video.